Drop, Jack?
Yeah, it'd be fair to say. Look, he responded in the way we would have liked. I thought he was... defensive efforts earlier I thought were fantastic, and then to get rewarded offensively were very good. And it's funny, the favourite bit of play of mine, I thought his marking, and that was outstanding, but for him to actually come back and give the ball to Cochin, I think late, when he could have kicked more goals, is probably testament to the kid he is. So got a kick in the backside last week, but we moved on pretty quick and answered the best way possible.
Did you see that coming? Did you think that he'd respond in that way?
No, not so much from an individual point of view, but from it might seem weird, but from a side point of view, we although we weren't winning games, we could sense that we weren't too far away. We'd made steps forward, hadn't been kicking goals, so we knew it was coming. The important thing for us and our players going forward is what we do with this. We're a long way back. We know our best footy is good enough. We've just got to make sure we consistently deliver what we put out there today.
So does this give you belief that you can make a run at the 8 now?
Oh, it's given our players belief that we can play the style of footy that we know we can. Like I said, though, the important thing is to deliver that on a consistent basis, which is what we've been lacking for the first 7 or 8 rounds.
You obviously played well sort of all over the ground, but just kicking straight early on helps to sort of get things started.
Yeah, it does. Look, obviously the difference from last week to this week, it's funny, I think West Coast had a similar game where they might have kicked a similar amount of scoring shots a week prior, then they kicked 30 goals 8. It's a funny game, footy. You just got to make the most of your chances, and we managed to do that today.
And you didn't really let up from start to finish?
No, I think so. I think the game, petered out towards the end there, which it always does. But to win contested ball by 35 or 36, which we always knew that GWS boys were going to come out hard. But you look at guys like Thomas. We thought Alice was outstanding. The skipper led from the front. It was always going to be a good result for us.
You come here wary of a team with Mumford back in and Trelaw back in?
No doubt. Yeah. They brought back in 7 really good players. Mumford there's barometers of sides, and I think he's as good as there is. The centre bounce work he did today, I think we got smashed in that area, so it's something we have to work on, but he's a very good player. He's only going to get better. He's missed a lot of footy.
Basher Hooley copped a bit during the week. He looked like he was put his body on the line early on.
Yeah, he does, Basher. He's got some incredible strengths, and he's like most players, he's got some RFIs, but I love him on my side. He plays a style of footy that I know can, be damaging, and he does that very well. So I think he kicked a couple of goals today, uses the ball generally really well, and he's prepared to jump back into packs, which was great to see today.
People obviously concentrate on the big score that you kicked, but you must be happy with the defensive application of the side as well?
Yeah, I think so. Even over the course of the year, our defensive stuff has been okay. We just have a little bit of trouble actually scoring offensively. Inside 50s we've always been all right, but just our inefficiency inside 50. So you're exactly right. Defensively we've been about the mark. We've just got to make sure we continue that. The addition of Rance, Chaplin I thought was outstanding as well today, but that back 6 is getting better.
Daniel Jackson, can you talk to us about how he's going?
Yeah, we're not too sure. I think it's a corky or a muscle injury. We're not too sure yet. Obviously scans will reveal further.
Yeah, I mean, did it throw you a little bit at the start, having to make the sub so early?
Yeah, look, it did, because he's an important player to us. Obviously a reigning best and fairest, and a good contested ball winner, and really great leadership around the ground. So, I was pleased though that Axel Foley came on and did a good job.
Do you know if Jack did or didn't want to speak now, like at a press conference afterwards?
Unlike Jack not to speak, I'm not too sure. No, I'm not too sure, mate.
But you wouldn't have minded if he did want to speak, or sort of up to him?
Oh, listen, I think it's more of a media-driven thing, isn't it? I think with our players are all open to the media, so...
Do you feel like there's a fair bit of pressure release? I know it's only one when you put it into perspective and what have you, but do you feel some kind of release of pressure today? Oh,
listen, it's nice to win, make no mistake about that, but the AFL industry, you're always under the blowtorch. There's no greater pressure than we put on ourselves. We expect a lot better than where we are. By no means does one win get us out of the woods. We're a long way back from where we want to be, so we've got to make sure we continue to work hard, continue to get our players playing a team-orientated brand of footy that delivers the results like today.
Jamie, you mentioned the blowtorch, which is up a couple of notches for the Tigers this week. What did you do to deal with that, to get the performance you got today?
Yeah, it's an interesting point. I don't read much media. I know I'm in trouble when I get a lot of text messages saying you okay, sort of thing, but I generally don't read the media, don't watch TV shows or anything, just worry about what we can control. And, we knew the things that were going wrong. We knew what we had to get right. our training form over the last couple of weeks has been good. We just haven't quite got the dividends on the field, but we knew we were going about it in the right direction. And credit to our playing group, led by Trent, Brett, all their leaders, that they continued to believe in what we were trying to do, and more importantly, continued to drive each other to get the result we're after.
I guess from the outside,
Much made into videos too.
From our point of view? Oh, it was. I think he's the youngest player in our history of a club to play 200 games, and he's an important player to us. You only watch his highlights tape that we showed the players last night, and it's extraordinary, what he can do. I think he's a player that gets measured harshly, and funnily enough, I'm one of those guys too. I do mark him hard, but it's because I think he's going to be one of the great players of this game, and he'll get better again, which is important to us. But he's a very good player.
What would you like to see him do to expect that step up here?
Win finals. Win finals. That's how you become a great player. You win finals, and that's our challenge as a footy club, and more importantly, it's our challenge for Brett and our leaders to get us back there and make sure we start winning some games.
Was there a real urgency coming into today? Like it was sort of crunch time?
Today's game? Look, I think the players probably... Look, having a couple of milestones probably helps, like you said, with Brett and Basher Hooley, who played his 100th as well. But I'll be disappointed if we say we put any more into the preparation and performance, of our team this week, more so than last. But I was really pleased that they played well.
I guess it seems like it takes a performance like last week to sort of stir your players to life, I guess, to get to that point where they're under such pressure to sort of produce a performance like that. We
did have 30 shots on goal last week. 9 goals, 20. You're not going to win many games of footy. Fortunately today, what did we kick today? I'm not too sure. Yeah, so we knew it was there. We just unfortunately didn't get the result. And all credit to Melbourne last week. They played incredibly well.
Chance to fight everybody else pull up okay?
Yeah, I think so. At this stage, they'll obviously go through their medicals over the next 12 hours. Thank you, guys.